Week 16 is a wrap as Monday Night Football just concluded. Here is my Week 16 recap. Starting out with Thursday Night Football, we had Denver at Los Angeles Chargers with the key division game. Chargers came out on top 34-27 in a great game with the first free kick penalty that happened before the half. That's the key to put him over the edge. Gus Edwards with 2 touchdowns on 14 rushes and 68 yards. Let's go. And then the rookie on the other end, Andre Estime from Notre Dame, 9 rushes, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Los Angeles Chargers came out on top. Then we had Houston at Kansas City. Kansas City came out on top. Saturday action, 27-19. Xavier Worthy, the rookie, 7 for 11 receptions for 65 yards and a touchdown. And then on the other end, Tank Dell unfortunately got injured, but was the key top performer for the Texans. Went 6 for 7 and 98 yards and a touchdown. Kansas City won that game in a wrap. Then later on that Saturday, we had a key division game. Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Baltimore won 34-17. Derrick Henry, 24 rushes, 162 yards. Dominated. And then on the other end, for the Steelers, Jaylen Warren with 12 rushes, 48 yards. Then for Sunday, they kick it all off. We have Michael Penix, first start of his career. The rookie won the game. It was Atlanta dominated the New York Giants 34-7. With key 2 touchdowns on the defense for Atlanta. Looks like a whole different team than we've seen all year. Bijan Robinson, 22 rushes, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then on the other end for the Giants, we had Traylon Tracy, 7 rushes, 26 yards, and a touchdown. But Michael Penix has revitalized that team ever since they benched Kirk Cousins for him. Atlanta looks scary and looks to win the NFC South division. We'll see how they close out their next 2 games. Then moving on, we had Arizona at Carolina. Carolina played spoiler and won the game 36-30, eliminating Arizona Cardinals from the playoffs. Chuba Hubbard, 25 rushes, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. Woo! And then James Conner, 15 rushes, 117 yards, and a touchdown. It was great to see. Then Detroit at Chicago. Whoop Chicago, 34-17. Jameson Williams, 5 for 7, 143 yards, and a touchdown. Keenan Allen on the other end definitely had a dominant performance. 9 for 13, 141 yards, and a touchdown. Detroit whooped them. I don't even want to give too much light to that. Detroit just smoked them. We'll see how Detroit fares on Monday Night Football coming up. Then we had Cleveland at Cincinnati. Cincinnati won the game in a key division win and a push for their playoff hopes. 24-6. Jamar Chase, of course, was the top performer. 6 for 8, 97 yards, and a touchdown. And then Jerome Ford on the other end, filling in for Chubb, had 11 rushes, 92 yards, and a touchdown. Oof. Poor Cleveland Browns fans. And then another key division game, we had Tennessee at Indianapolis. Indianapolis came on top 38-30 with Jonathan Taylor, 29 rushes with 218 yards, 3 touchdowns. Woo! And then Tajon Spears on the other end, 10 rushes, 27 yards, 2 touchdowns. Indianapolis keeps their playoff hopes alive. Then we had the LA Rams at New York Jets. LA Rams came out on top 19-9. Kieran Williams, 23 rushes, 122 yards, and a touchdown. And then on the other end for the Jets, Devontae Adams, 7 for 13 receptions, 68 yards, and a touchdown. And then a key division game, probably the game of the week, was Philly at Washington. Washington came out on top 36-33, even though they had 5 turnovers. And Jaden Daniels had 5 touchdowns, the answer. And the top receiver on the other for Washington was Omali Zaccheaus, 5 for 8 receptions, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also, Jameson Crowder had 2 touchdowns. It was a great day. Saquon Barkley trying to push for that record, even in the key loss with 29 rushes, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. Woo! Lions getting close to that number 1 seed. Moving on, 4 o'clock games. Minnesota at Seattle. Minnesota won that game 27-24 in a tough game for Minnesota. Josh Jefferson was a top performer, 10 for 13 receptions, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then on the other side for Seattle, Jackson Smith-Njigba, 8 for 12, 95 yards, and a touchdown. Almost had a 100-yard game. Then New England at Buffalo in an interesting division game. Buffalo did come out on top 24-21, but New England was giving them the work and making them work for it. And the top performer was James Cook with 11 rushes, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Actually, a rush touchdown and a reception touchdown. Then moving on, San Fran at Miami. San Fran playoff hopes destroyed. Miami came out top 29-17. Devin Achane, 17 rushes, 120 yards, one touchdown, 70 reception yards, almost had 200 yards scrimmage. Then Deebo Samuel bounced back from his terrible game last week, 7 for 9, 96 yards and a touchdown. And then Jacksonville at Las Vegas, the battle for top overall pick. Las Vegas came out on top 19-14. Brock Bowers had 11 for 13, 99 yards, and then Brian Thomas for Jacksonville was 9 for 13, 132 yards and a touchdown. First time two rookies got 1,000 yards in the same game when they are opposing opponents. It has never been done before. Look out for the future for both those teams. Then on Sunday Night Football, Tampa Bay at Dallas. Dallas came out on top 26-24. Played spoiler to Tampa Bay. CeeDee Lamb was the top performer, 7 for 8 for 105 yards. And then the rookie for the Tampa Bay Bucks with 5 for 7, 57 yards and a touchdown. Poor Tampa Bay. Now Atlanta's leading in the NFC South. Dallas playing spoilers. See if they do it again against the Eagles next week. Then we had the New Orleans Saints at Green Bay. Green Bay came on top 34-0. It was the first shutout in NFL for this season. Josh Jacobs was the top performer with the touchdown. And then every other back for Green Bay also had a touchdown. Eric Manuel Wilson and others. But yeah, for no key top performer for the Saints. That was terrible to see, terrible to watch. I can't believe I had to watch through that. That was just gut-wrenching. But that is my Week 16 picks. Or not picks, recap for the week. My picks, though, I did go 11-6. Or my bad, 11-5, I believe. And it was dominant. I was feeling good this week, so I was happy with that. Tune in for my game picks as I release them tomorrow because we have football action on Christmas Day and Thursday on Amazon. Christmas Day, as I was saying, on Wednesday, Netflix. Saturday, 3 games. And then Sunday, we have a bunch of games. And then Sunday Night Football. And then we have Monday Night Football. It's going to be, this is the best week of action coming up. Week 17. Tune in. Check out. Thank you all again for checking out my Week 16 recap. I'm your host, David, on David Sports Convo. Thank you all again for tuning in. Appreciate y'all heavy. And have a Merry Christmas. And Happy Hanukkah. And Happy Kwanzaa. And happy any other holiday that I missed out on. Thank you all again. Have a